Hello everybody. Today we are going to go over how to document labs in Platinum Planner. When you've logged into your home screen, at the top you'll see labs. You'll see a few options there: My Labs, Available Labs, Peer Reviewed, and Lab Documents. If your instructor assigns a lab to your class, you will see that under Ready to be Documented. If you are creating the lab for your own class or during open lab time, you can click on My Labs and click at the top right, Create a New Lab. You should then select the class, give it a name. Let's say today you're working on airway skills. Enter in your start and end date, and then create the lab. The next page that opens up has the information you just entered and options for skills performed, forms, documents, and lastly to submit. So to add, go to the green box to the right, add or remove skill. We can narrow down our search by clicking airway and select the airway procedures that applied to that lab. So we'll say today, practice nasopharyngeal airway, oral airway, supraglottic insertion. When you've selected the ones in green, click close. You will see that those three pop up in different sections below. Click the triangle all the way to the right to add your attempt. And at this point, when you're adding in an attempt, you should be attempting the procedure and take your electronic device and hand it over to either the peer or instructor that's observing you completing this skill. So under peer review, you'll see an option for your instructor or several classmates. So select whoever it is. In this case, let's say it's the instructor. If this is one of the attempts that requires a complete evaluation, then the person evaluating you is going to fill in all of the circles as they apply. Two is the highest possible score that would be successful. One is needed assistance, 0 unsuccessful, or NA for anything that does not apply. For the evaluator's name, if you selected your instructor, please type in the instructor or adjunct instructor who actually evaluated you. They should also sign. Choose successful if they were successful, and click save. You will see that an attempt pops up and it has a green check, meaning an evaluation has been completed. If you are going to be repeating this same skill in front of somebody else, you're going to add in another attempt and complete the same thing all over again. If this is a skill that you've completed a few times and you've already met the requirements to move past the evaluation phase, as far as completing the evaluation form, you're just documenting successful or unsuccessful, you can go to add new attempt, choose your peer or your instructor, click fill out later, have them mark successful or unsuccessful in the notes. If it's the instructor, it should say viewed by your instructor. In this case, we're going to use my name, successful, and save. You will see a warning sign pops up saying the form has not been filled out yet. That's okay. If we have moved on from the formal evaluation and now you're just documenting how many times you completed a skill, you don't need to do that step. You can just move on and this will go away when it's submitted. So that's not anything to worry about. Another possible option you have is if you are being evaluated a few times, there's always a cloning option. So let's take one of these that was successful. Let's say up here, go to edit, but click on the arrow next to it. You can actually clone that attempt and all of the scores will auto-populate. So let's say you're in a group of 3 people, 2 of them are evaluating you do the skill twice, not you doing it once and getting 2 evaluations. You would have to do 1 evaluation for each. But if they both evaluated you at the same time, you could just simply change the name. Everything else auto-populates in. Go to the bottom, change your evaluator's name if it was somebody else in the class. Have them sign for it. And then you can choose successful and save. And now you'll see a third attempt pops up with a green check to mark that it was successful. That is how you can keep logging in all of your skills, completing an evaluation for those skills, and adding in your attempts. If you have questions about where to find how many peer or how many evaluations you need total, I'll be going that over at the end over in reports. To submit your lab, so forms and lab documents, there's nothing in there for you to do. You can bypass those. Simply go to submit for review and submit documentation. If you want to know your progress, you can always click on view lab progress and it will give you a chart on what has been completed so far. When you see yellow, yellow means that you have completed it. However, it means your instructor has not verified it yet. Green means verified. So when you see this, if you see some things in yellow, it means you have submitted it, but it hasn't been verified yet by your instructor. And that's noted at the bottom as completed, which is verified by the instructor, or pending. So as you look through your skills, that's how you can find out how your progress is so far. And if you have any peer-reviewed labs, ones that were specifically assigned, you can find that under the peer review tabs. That is everything for labs and how to create a lab, how to enter in the skills, complete documentation with either peer-to-peer or instructor to student evaluation forms. If you have questions, please contact your instructor. Thank you.